My name is Tara Powell. I'm a licensed clinical social worker working for Childhaven as an outpatient mental health therapist. I'm excited to partner up with Art with Heart to present the art projects that you're about to watch. Before you start those projects, I just want to give a little bit of a parental guide to the mental health aspect of working with your kids doing these art projects. Right now is a pretty tough time for kids in a world full of uncertainty. They've lost the security of a daily routine of going to school and seeing their friends and seeing their teachers. And as a result, they may be experiencing some big feelings. The big feelings might be anxiety, difficulty sleeping, anger, fear, sadness, and more. So right now, I just want to give some general tips to deal with these big feelings. And then I'll give more specific tips for doing the art project with your kids. In terms of general tips, I think there are 3 things that could be helpful for you. Focusing on safety and security for your kids. So in terms of safety, it's a good time to be there with your kids while they're expressing their big feelings. And by being there, you're just witnessing it and you're helping them feel seen in the big feelings that they are experiencing. Helping your kids feel seen and heard is focusing on validating the feelings that your kids are expressing. Even though they might be messy and yucky and uncomfortable, it's okay that they're feeling them, and we want to validate and reflect those feelings to them so that they know that they are seen and understood by you. And then finally, co-regulation is where you as the parent or the caregiver, you're helping your child regulate. So it's co-regulation. And that could just be introducing coping skills to your kids for managing and dealing with the big feelings that they are expressing. So an example might be helping your kid take deep breaths through a crying fit that they're having over losing the opportunity to go to their friend's house, or expressing sadness for not being able to have a birthday party this year. It could be helping your kid find ways of expressing their anger through throwing pillows, or something more creative like writing out the words of their feelings on the sidewalk with sidewalk chalk, or drawing what they feel on the sidewalk or on a pad of paper. Or it could be something like this, where you're introducing a new skill, such as one of the art projects with Art with Heart. So that brings me to doing this actual project. So while you're doing the project, right now I think it's a good idea to just focus on the idea that we have the power right now to polish our self-regulation skills as caregivers and to polish our relating skills with our child. So before you even start, I think it's really important to check in with yourself and with your body, see where your mind's at. Remember that feelings are contagious. So you want to make sure you have a calm body and a calm affect, and you can really be there and be present for your kid during the project. It'll be really important to restrain from power struggles, which can be hard for everybody. You're going to want to make eye contact with your child and narrate what you see them doing. And then validate as feelings come up, or as your child starts talking about the project. One important thing might be to refrain from saying a blanket statement such as good job, but rather be more specific about what you're seeing and what you like about how they're working with the project. So for example, you could say something like, wow, the words really pop out on your picture, or it's fun to express yourself with different colors. Other examples might be, wow, you did it. You are really concentrating. So these are just specific things that you see your child doing that you can just say to them so that they can see what you like about what they're doing. I think just at the end of the day, it's important to remember to stay positive, compassionate, and sensitive to your child's needs, and focus on having fun together. And I hope that this helps and you have a good time. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Jamie, and I'm a speech therapist at Childhaven. I work with the early intervention team. And
Maya, and I am a 4th grader.
And today we have a project for you called My Best Day. The most important thing you need is either a piece of paper and a pencil, or cardboard and a pencil, foil, liquid glue, And we actually think it works best if you happen to have hot glue or tacky glue. So you can use a hot glue gun or tacky glue. But you can also keep it super simple and just use a piece of paper and a pencil. So to get settled, let's just take a deep breath real quick. Oh. It's nice to be here. Today we're going to do a little exercise on my best day, and it's kind of a nice way to like picture times when things are hard to go to those beautiful moments. So I'm going to help us both to kind of get into a place where we can really be calm and picture that beautiful best day. You can close your eyes, and I'm going to just kind of guide you through what you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you smell, and what you taste even in your imagination. And you can choose either an imaginary scene or one that you really happened. What do you think you're going to do?
I think I'm going to do an imaginary.
An imaginary? Okay. So I'll guide you through it. So I want you to close your eyes. And can you picture what you see in the scene? And I want you to think about looking for 5 different things that you can look at, and then let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
Okay, and now I want you to pay attention to what you hear. Can you listen for 4 different things? Some things could be loud. Some things could be really quiet.
I'm done.
Okay, and now I want you to think about what you feel. It could be what you're touching with your hand. It could be the clothes on your body. It could be the wind, the weather. What do you feel? 3 things.
I'm done.
Okay, and now I want you to think about your smell. I want you to imagine what you might smell in that. And I want you to find 2 things that you smell.
I'm ready.
Okay, and then lastly, I want you to see if you can taste anything in the scene.
I'm done.
Okay, well first actually why don't you tell me about what you were imagining or the scene that you had.
I'm on a ship at sea
Mhm.
and I feel seasick.
Uh-huh. Can you tell me about some of the things that you saw in that scene as you're drawing it?
Well, we're alone at sea, so I didn't see much but the vast sea. What are yours?
I am gonna draw my time running on trails. I have a favorite place that I would go run on Whidbey Island, and I run on the trails. I can hear the birds chirping, feel the air on my face, and it's so beautiful, and I feel really free. One thing to think about when you're drawing this, on the paper one you can do as much detail as you want. On the cardboard one you might want to think a little, keep the lines simple because you're going to be tracing them with glue.
I'm just going to do the ocean
Yes. Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to draw this on a sailboat, which I don't think is a very good idea.
Tell me more about that.
Well, because sailboats don't really belong in the ocean, they belong in the lake.
Hmm.
It's a small sailboat with a post and a little cabin. I'm going to draw a little thing for the cabin. A second.
Have you ever been on a sailboat before?
Yes.
What was it like?
When I got to drive it, it was kind of challenging. I'm just going to draw a nice little roof here. Like that. I'm going to draw a circle. 2 circle windows here. With this here. Like so. Circles on. I'm going to draw a fishing rod up here.
What does it feel like to be on a sailboat?
It's calm and peaceful, though I do feel a little seasick.
What do you do when you're seasick?
I go inside the cabin and fall asleep.
I like that picture of the waves rocking you to sleep.
I'm right now inside my cabin.
What's it like inside there?
It's dark. There's just a small hammock hanging from one end. I think I'm ready to put the glue on.
So then you're just gonna trace the glue alongside the pencil lines that you've done. And again, you're using hot glue, which I think is gonna dry a lot faster than Elmer's glue, but you could just use Elmer's glue. So maybe I'll do that while you're doing yours. I like how you talked about the ocean being vast.
This one's already dry here. It's drying really fast. It's a lot bumpier than...
You're getting more texture than the Elmer's glue. It's kind of a fun part of art, is you get to explore what works, what doesn't work.
Hi, I'm back a few seconds later, and I have finished gluing my sailboat.
Okay. All right, and mine is on the Elmer's glue, and I have my field, or my hills and my trees. So let's shift now. Let's now think about what it would look like to do that on just a piece of paper. Are you thinking about using just pencil, or are you gonna also use marker for this?
I think I'm just gonna do marker.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw...
Are you doing the same scene?
No.
Okay, tell me about this one.
Drawing a sweater ball field.
Oh, what's sweater ball?
It's a game me and my family made up where you basically have a ball and a tennis racket and bases. It's a little bit like baseball, but not completely. Any rules you're not sure about, you just use the baseball rules. The ball can be any shape or size. You basically play on grass, and I guess you just need 3 bases. You don't even have to have a marker for them, and you just run and trying to make home runs until someone tags you out.
Okay.
You can dodge.
Cool. And so for this project, Best Day Ever, tell me a little bit about why sweater ball gets to be on your picture.
Because it's a really fun game that I like to play every day. I've even taken it over TV.
You would do sweater ball instead of TV?
I did last night.
Nice.
This is a side angle. There's somebody at bat. I'm just going to draw a stick person right now. And they have this tennis racket.
How do you feel when you're playing sweater ball?
I feel happy, though I do get overheated a lot. So I get tired in time. There we are. And I have another person here with the ball. We draw little spikes on it. Then on the hill, I'm going to draw a few rocks, like a little rock holding the ladder to get up the hill.
Tell me about who these people are.
This is my dad, and these are me and my sisters playing against him. It's not really a winning game, it's just a fun game.
Nice. What do you think makes it so fun?
Because it just gets you a lot of exercise and it's fun to slide. One day it was so rainy that we at the end we slid on our knees across the grass and I belly flopped.
All right, should we go back to our cardboard project?
Yeah.
Okay, so this step is kind of interesting. What you're gonna do is you're gonna use a glue stick, and I want you to just glue all around.
All around? I was just thinking on the edges.
Yeah, you can try that.
It saved the glue.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. You want to basically be able to help the foil stick to the paper, to the cardboard.
That's a lot. I don't think I need that much.
Okay,
Maybe like
so you
here.
or you could just fold it over the edges or cut it down.
No, I want to cut it down.
Okay.
Not entirely half of it. So I'm going to place it here.
And then press it down and fold it over the edges.
So I got it, and I'm going to flip it over.
Okay.
I'm going to fold 1. I'm going to fold 2. I'm going to fold 3. And here.
Okay.
So then when I fold this, there we are.
Okay.
So that way it'll seal.
Okay.
Now I have this.
Okay, and then you're going to take this Q-tip. I don't know if I told you about those. And you want to try to go around. You can kind of feel the texture of those hot glue lines. And
Ooh, I hit something.
Ooh, what is it?
Oh,
it's the fishing pole.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, I love that. Look how it comes up from nothing. There's your waves. Wow, look at that detail. So even if you're closing your eyes, you could feel the scene. Or if you were visually impaired, it would be like a tactile art piece. What do you think?
I love it.
Okay, you want to hold it up? Wow. What do you like about it?
You can see the design a lot more.
It comes out more than the Elmer's glue one.
Yeah.
It really kind of rises up. I could imagine a time where you're feeling kind of sad, and if you just needed to kind of like be calm, You could like run your hands along those waves. Wow. Thanks for doing that with me. Would you recommend this project to
Yeah,
others?
it's really fun.
What would you recommend? Would you recommend doing the drawing with pencil and paper, or would you recommend?
Well, there's opposite too. Well, you can do more detail on this one, but this one's super fun to do because you don't know what it's gonna look like.
All right, thanks for doing it with me.
Thank